So you're talking about the kind of 3D to where if you're if you're watching the 2D film that's the that's in the same format as the 3D, only you don't see the 3D. It doesn't pop out. It's not in the kind of effect to where if you're watching it and you know that the film was going to be in 3D, but the version you're watching is in only 2D, you can't really tell where the 3D is coming.
Basically, if it's more or less inward, like inward, where it's like not popping out, but more inward, where you see it's still in a 3D, but it's an inward 3D, kind of like a box with characters in it. That's where it actually can be effective. That's where it can actually work. If it's done in a fucking pop everything out at you, it doesn't work. And part of the reason it doesn't work is the screen. The screen, unfortunately, This is with Clash of Titans. This was especially a problem because the screen, unfortunately, was trying to pop everything 3D. But once it got to the screen, when you got past the screen, it just kind of failed. It's hard to explain, but it's just that it's 3D. It's really it's something that if you're gonna do it more inward, to more like if you're like you put characters in a box, you put like toys in a box. It's like that type of thing. Put them in a box and looking from in like a box. But it's like if it's inward and not done outward, it works. And people have no clue what I'm talking about right now. I'm already good. People are like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Is your complaint? Or you're basically saying that for a 3D effect to work properly, if it's not working properly, then if you're watching in 3D, does it come off like a split screen, sort of like you're seeing two double images or something?
It's something like that. It's hard to explain. But anyways,
Yeah,
yeah. But
because the only 3D film I ever saw, um, I believe, let's see, was it was Captain America. I think that was it was last year. I actually went to see the film in theaters in 2D, but the film was fucking up. The screen messed up at one point, and then when they tried to play it again, the color went out of whack. I mean, there was green and pink or purple colors in different spots of the film. Like some backgrounds were green, some faces were purple or pink, and I'm looking at the screen going, is this how the film's supposed to turn out? I mean, did something fuck up in the projector? So instead instead of giving us a refund for those who went to see the film, he said, we're going to be having the 3D film playing in a few minutes, like maybe 15, 20 minutes. So when I went to see the 2D film, that was about, I guess, $6.75, and instead of that, I saw the 3D. So the 3D would have cost maybe $10. So I'm like, well, even though I don't like 3D, I'll go see the film in 3D. So I'm basically paid for a $6.75 ticket and saw it in 3D. And when I was watching it in 3D, I couldn't notice any 3D effects. I mean, I'm looking through the real 3D glasses, the black rim screen glasses, and whenever there was supposed to be a 3D shot, which I couldn't really tell when one was happening. I don't know if there's a scene where I think Captain America's love interest, where this is right after Steve Rogers has been transformed into Captain America, and he's going after the thug, and she corners him when the suspect is in the Nazi suspect gets in their car, and she's got her gun pointed at the screen, like she's trying to shoot them. And at that point, it was I guess you could say, a split screen moment. There's the flat area, and then it's like you're looking at a double image, and nothing looked like it was coming out at me. And I'm going, is this a 3D shot? Because I rarely ever watch 3D.
Well, anyways, 3D's always been hit and miss, but Silent Hill movie. If you guys like the games, give the movie a check out. You might like it, you might hate it. It's up to you. But next, I guess on to our next topic about the new Evil Dead trailer, the remake.
Yeah, the remake trailer.
I'm gonna flat out say I'm not going to. I think the movie. I'm not. I can't say how that's going to be or not since I haven't seen it. So we have to wait and see how the movie's going to look. The trailer, unfortunately, I didn't like. I thought the trailer was poorly done. Just kind of all over the place.
Were there any parts in the trailer that stood out from the first film? Because I haven't seen the first film yet.
Still from the first film. Hmm, nothing too much. There was a few interesting moments, but nothing there that I really saw that was interesting. I did see the I guess look. It's hard to explain, kind of. Let's go. Let's see. Hmm. Well, one thing I do know for sure that I heard there's going to be no Ash this time, which I'm kind of understanding because that was after all Bruce Campbell's character, and really no one's ever going to be able to top what he did with Ash. So there's going to be no Ash character this time, which I'm not too surprised about. And there's going to be no what else? No, fuck. But the trailer looked interesting. I don't really know how it's going to turn out. It could be a good movie. It could be a bad movie. I don't know. We have to. Hopefully they'll get a better trailer in there soon because this trailer I did not think was all that good. I thought it had a lot of problems.
So would you say it's a little bit similar to the first film, only no Ash character? I mean, could it be that someone else is going to be playing a different character that would be the hero role that Ash would play?
Maybe I don't. Baby. I don't know yet. I don't know what they're gonna do right now. It's gonna be everything's really just kind of up in the air with this trailer. It's kind of like, oh yeah, we could yeah, we're gonna do it this way and stuff. It's like okay.
Or what if they did it sort of like? What if it's not like a remake? What if if it's a film set after the Army of the Dead? Like, for say it's like several years after the third film, and it's no Ash, it's some new characters.
You mean like a sequel, sort of?
Yeah, it's sort of like a sequel. It's like starting over, but at the same time, it's a continuation going in a different direction. If they were going in that direction,
I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what would happen. I mean, if they do, well, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say what they're gonna do with this film because they got. You've got. It's gonna be the remake. Like I said, the trailer was so poorly done. I thought they did a really bad job with the trailer. Nothing. It was just everything was poorly done. One thing I'm sick of people saying is that I've been hearing a lot of people say, "Oh, this is a ripoff of Cabin in the Woods." I'm like, no, it's not. This isn't a ripoff of Cabin in the fucking Woods. This is a remake of one of the greatest horror films of all time, Evil Dead. Without Evil Dead, though, Cabin in the Woods doesn't exist. So stop with that bullshit right there, because that's what people have been saying. Oh, it's just a ripoff of Cabin in the Woods. When no, it's actually not a ripoff. It's a remake of one of the greatest horror films of all time, and I'm getting fed up with people saying that somehow it's a fucking ripoff.
yeah, sort of like um, Halloween wouldn't be a a success without Hitchcock's Psycho, and Scream wouldn't be a success without Halloween.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Because I mean, even though I like some of the Scream films, in my opinion, the only way Wes Carpenter's Scream would have even been good, or was good, in my opinion, was because of Halloween. Because I mean, I'm looking at even though I like the original, it borrowed way too much from from the first Halloween because there's I know it's that Kevin is a fan of the Halloween franchise, and he put little bits and pieces from Halloween to pay his respect to the franchise. But there's paying respect, and then there's overdoing it. And the way how I viewed it, that it was borrowing from that film, and then to say that the that film revived the genre, the horror genre. I'm like, I can't. You can't really say that film by itself did it. You gotta say, well, you gotta give a nod to Halloween, saying if Scream did it, then it's fair to say that Halloween did it as well, because both are in there. It's like the world of Scream, bits and little nods here and there to Halloween, and oh yeah. But back to Evil Dead. Like I've said, I've not seen the first two films. I have seen the Army of the Dead, but that was a while back. It's been a few years, maybe 6, 7 years. So I mean, I know that the first film is strictly horror, and then the second film is horror comedy, and I guess you could say what Army of Darkness is what action comedy.
Action comedy with a little bit of horror thrown in there.
Yeah, like a tidbit of horror there. But after seeing the trailer, I'm thinking to myself, "Holy shit!" Yeah, I mean, I've seen a decent amount of horror films. I mean, I'm not claiming to be some expert, no way. But in some parts in there looked a bit extreme, in my opinion. I mean, the one clip of I guess some woman's arm is possessed, and she takes a knife cutter, like an electronic meat cutter or something, some device, and cuts her arm off. And they've got some woman out in the woods that I guess some vines start to wrap around her leg and neck. And then the end clip that seemed a little bit like pushing into the hatchet category of going, they're showing there's gore, and then there's going to the next level, which is, to me, I felt like that was a little too out there. That it looked like she was taking the knife and she was stroking it against her tongue, like she was trying to be seductive for one moment, and then went all the way in there by cutting her tongue in half. And right in front of another woman. I'm like, what the hell am I watching here?
Pretty much. I like I said, I'm looking forward to watching it. I am going to go see the new Army of Darkness. I'm going to see the new Evil Dead remake when it comes out. So just wait and see what happens. But people who are saying, "Oh, it's a copy of Cabin in the Woods," shut the fuck up. It's a remake of one of the best horror films on the planet. So you people who want to say it's a fucking remake of Cabin in the Woods needs to shut the hell up, please.
And how exactly is it a copy of Cabin in the Woods? Because excuse me, the Evil Dead, it's based on what? Demons possessing humans, pretty much.
Yeah, it's basically
And
they find an
yeah,
Necronomicon. These demons appear, take over the people. Ash has to fight them.
and Cabin in the Woods, it's centered around some kind of there's some flesh-eating virus. It's in the water.
Well, no,
And
Cabin in the Woods is that film. You wait, you didn't see Cabin in the Woods came out this year, dude. I don't take it you didn't see it, did you?
wait, Cabin in the Woods.
That's
No,
the
wait. I'm pretty sure the